Hi, my name is Marisa Gedney, and I am an officer in the NOAA Corps, which is just a fancy way of saying that I get to travel around supporting the many different types of science that NOAA does. And this can include many different diverse fields, such as studying little critters that live on the bottom of the ocean, or even climate science or satellite operations in the top of the atmosphere.
Do you live in the ocean?
One of my favorite jobs is to go out to sea on one of NOAA's research ships. The first ship that I worked on is named Ronald H. Brown, and I lived on that ship for a total of 2 years. So, what is it like to live on a ship? Well, it's pretty fun. I got to travel around the world supporting ocean science, and my favorite place that we visited is called Easter Island. And that's a tiny little island in the South Pacific, and it's the one that has the giant stone heads. Maybe you've seen some pictures of that. While the traveling was really fun, there's also a lot of work to do out at sea. So my main job was every single day, including weekends, I would spend 8 hours a day doing what's called standing watch, meaning that I would drive or pilot the ship. And I had to make sure that we were heading in the right direction. I would have to navigate and make sure that we were in the right location for doing the science that we're trying to do, and that it was done effectively as well. For each project, which would last about 1 month, we would bring different scientists onto the ship, and each group of scientists would be working on a different project. So we've done things like working on weather buoys, or collecting water samples, or even working with underwater robots, which was my favorite. My other main job on the ship was to make sure that all of the work was being done safely. In fact, I would lead drills with the crew and the scientists every single week to make sure that everybody knew what to do in case of an emergency. I was also trained as one of the ship's firefighters, which was very exciting. I'm often asked what the living quarters are like on the ship, and they are basically very, very cramped. So it's good if you can get along with everybody. Our bedrooms, which are called staterooms on a ship, would fit two people. So you would have a roommate, and the place where you eat is called the galley. And that's kind of like a cafeteria, and they would serve 3 meals every day, but if you were picky, and since you couldn't order a pizza in the middle of the ocean, sometimes you would have to remember to bring your own snacks on board too. So, living on a NOAA ship is a lot of hard work, but it's also a lot of fun. I loved being at the controls and learning more about ocean science while getting to travel around the world. And I cannot wait to go back out to sea again soon. Thank you.